Hello, my name is Hilda Gloria. If you are new to the channel, you are most welcome. I do share videos about entrepreneurship and fashion. Please consider subscribing by hitting the red subscribe button down below so that you don't get to miss any of my upcoming videos. On this channel, I share videos about fashion, entrepreneurship, and how to juggle all this with a full-time job. If you like the sound of that, please subscribe. In today's video, I would like to share with you a step-by-step guide on how to start or to take your small business online. This step-by-step guide is mainly for new entrepreneurs, people that have got little or no technical knowledge on how to develop a website, people that have got a business and are taking it online for the very first time. Now, I'd like to tell you that I have been running a bags business exclusively online for close to 6 years now. Once you have all the requirements, if you are wondering what the requirements are, you need to watch my previous video that I'm going to link up here or down in the description box, where I do share the 3 basic requirements to start a small business online. All you needed was to have a product, an internet connection, and third is knowledge. Now, once you have all these 3, all you have to do is follow these steps. Step number 1, you have to identify and choose a platform. What I mean by platform is a place or a shop, an online shop where you are actually going to place your lovely products. There are different types of platforms. Option number 1 is having an individual website, which sometimes is called an e-commerce website. An e-commerce website is a website through which you can be able to make a monetary transaction. There are different types of websites. Some just provide information, but the kind of website that you need as a small business to be able to transact, to be able to sell and actually receive payment is called an e-commerce website. So you can start up that. You can start up one from scratch. You can have one that is already built, and then all you have to do is just put your products, the prices, and the shipping options. There are different options that you can have that have already been built. We have got Shopify, we have got Etsy, we have got lots of other platforms. Of course, you have to consider the cons and pros of each option before you actually get to choose where you want to place your shop or where you want to place your products. Option number 2 is having a shop on another host's website. There are different hosts that are already selling stuff, for example Etsy, but they do offer an option for you to actually create a shop on it. Now, when you create a shop on Etsy, you are given a shop where you put your products and the prices and everything, and you can actually drive traffic to your shop, but you do not own it. It is not in your name. The domain is not yours. You do not choose it. It is free to start but not free to operate. All you have to do is pay some charges once a transaction is made and once you make some listing. It isn't as expensive as actually having an individual website or an e-commerce platform. Etsy has got 2 parts. One part is free that I've told you about, where you have got, for example, if I would like to open up a shop, hildaglosh.etsy.com, or you could have Pattern, where you can actually buy a domain of your own, and that is actually better because it makes it easier for people to search for your products. It appears better in the search engines, and once you have got a domain name, it's sort of like you own that little space on the internet where your shop is. For example, with Pattern, you have got to pay a certain amount of money on Etsy for it to be run, and then you will purchase a domain name because they will be hosting everything and they will carry out the transactions and everything for you. All you have to do is to actually fill your shop with products, product details, product prices, drive traffic to the shop, and once a sale is made, they will transfer the money into your bank account. It is that easy. I'm going to take you through opening up an account on Etsy and opening up an account on Pattern. All you have to do is search for Etsy on Google. There it is. And click on sell. And then scroll down to see where it says open your Etsy shop. You will be asked to sign in if you have an account or to register. I'll choose register, put my email, put your first name and password. Okay, there we go. and then they'll be asking you to tick a few boxes. Make sure you read everything carefully. So here we are on the shop page. You have got shop preferences, name your shop, you can change the language of your shop, shop country, the currency that you would like to make your transactions in, and they also ask options of language. So I'll choose English, and they ask options if you want to sell full-time, part-time, or other. I'll just choose sell part-time. Save and continue, and then it will take you to the next page, which is name of your shop. This is where you choose the name of your shop. It's important to use the brand name that is already known or that you plan to use. I'll just put in Hilda Glosh and check availability. Yes, it is available. I'll save and continue. And then the next step is to stock up your shop. So here we have add a listing. You click on add a listing, and it will take you to the page where you're supposed to put in the products and their details. So as you can see, you can put in a video, you can put in photos, put in the title, who made the product. They ask for lots of details. Where was it made? In which year was the product made? And you have to make sure that you fill in everything. They ask if it is a digital product or a physical product. Fill in all the information correctly, and then you can save and continue to the next pages. So briefly, that is how you can open up a shop on Etsy. The only difference between these two, the free version and Pattern, is that you own the domain on Pattern, and on the other one you do not own the domain. So it is easy for your brand name to actually get lost in the mix. The advantages of using the free version is that it has already got its own traffic, and you don't have to drive as much traffic as you have to if you have an individual domain name. Option number 3 is to sell through other platforms. There are so many platforms like Amazon, there is eBay, there's ASOS, there's lots of options that you can choose from. In Africa we have got Jumia, and it's also in Uganda as well. Of course, they will charge you a service fee once your product is sold and for actually having your product listed on their website. But this is actually free. It saves you from all the technical work if you are not a very high-tech person. If you're not willing, or if you don't have the budget to actually invest into a web developer, I think this is a good option as well for you, especially if you are just beginning. Now, when you use these other platforms like Amazon, once somebody purchases this product, they do come and collect it from you and go and actually deliver it. So you don't have to worry about shipping. You just have to know the terms and conditions and look out for which option you think is better for you in terms of costs. It should be, of course, cost effective and give you as much return on investment as possible. In my case, I use Etsy, but the Pattern version, for triggybags.com. I started initially with Etsy using their free shop, but then I realized that it has got certain terms and conditions. For you to sell something on Etsy, it has to be handmade, it has to be mainly handcrafted, it has to be mainly made either by you or somebody in your company, and I do not make the bags, so that was like the limitation for my business, and I had to switch to Pattern where the terms and conditions are a little bit different. You can sell anything, you can sell everything off of there. So yes, be sure to analyze the terms and conditions, read everything, and be well informed before you actually open up a shop on any of the platforms. Step number 2 is choosing the channels to create traffic to your online shop. The first channel is my favorite, and I like it because it is free and it is more engaging, and that is social media. I do love social media because on social media you already have potential, or what I would say ideal clients, people that already follow you or people that might know you. It is easy for you to create a circle of people, and out of which you can easily get a client or you can easily get a customer. And the best thing about it is that most of it is free, so you can get to sell free of charge. And then you can also actually start up a shop on social media. Recently Instagram just introduced Instagram shop, where you can actually sell products on Instagram, which is such a cool feature that if you are just starting, you could take advantage of course, if it is available in your country. Facebook has got Facebook pages where you do not only just post about your products, but you can actually make a sale. You can create awareness, you can create appointments, you can create chat boxes. It has got a multitude of features that you can take advantage of as a small business entrepreneur. When I had just started my business, I ran it for 2 full years completely on Facebook. And for the first year, I didn't actually know what a business Facebook page looked like. All I used was my profile, and then later on I discovered that you could actually open up a business page, which also made things even better. I'm going to just show you how to open up a business page, and that is what you need to run a small business. So go to your Facebook account to create a business page and click on the page icon, click on create. You're going to see the page asking you to create your page, get started. And they ask, what do you want to name your page? I'll just say Hilda Glosh and click on done, and then click next. And then they'll ask what category best describes the page. I'll say food, and there will be a drop down menu of different categories of food. And I'll choose food stall, and then you continue with the prompts that say next until you actually create your business page. Of course, it is okay to market through your profile, but if you have a business page, it looks more professional and it gives people a bit of trust, especially when buying online is a little bit tricky these days. You might order for something and it doesn't come. So if you're a new entrepreneur and you don't have your name out there, you have to make sure that people easily trust you, that your business looks professional and legitimate enough. So create a Facebook page, put your address, put your contact. The next channel is email marketing. Now, email marketing is partly free, and then I would say you have got to pay if you want to have a big database of email addresses that you have to actually sell to. Now, when I started my business, I sent emails to all the people in my mailbox list. Everybody that has ever sent an email, whether it's a company, I just sent them out emails informing them about my business, informing them about my new stock. So yes, you can start right there as well as you go on to develop that list, and make sure every time somebody purchases something from you, you save their email, you save their contacts, so that in case you have new stock, they are the first people that you can actually market to. Next is newsletters. Newsletters are not very different from email marketing. I like writing newsletters because it is a way of communicating with the clients, like every week, to update on what things are new, on what's working, on the new features of your products. Next, which is recent, and I think it's about 5 or 10 years old now, is influencers. Making use of influencers, or what we usually call bloggers, or famous people. Now, these people will charge you a fee. It's not free. They will charge you a fee, or there will be some kind of arrangement of exchange of product for a mention or for a post. So yes, this is also a good way for you to actually have your business name out there by giving it to people that are already established online, that have already gotten a following online, to actually mention it and create awareness, and also probably encourage people to buy the product. The next channel is sponsored ads. Now, sponsored ads, just like the name, are not free, but then they do bring in traffic as well. They create awareness. They bring in people that probably didn't know you to come and actually look at your product and probably buy. Now, once you have chosen the platform and you have built it and you have chosen the channels to actually create awareness about your brand, the next is to think about packaging. Now, once the customer has seen the product, has heard about it, and has purchased it, how are you packaging it? How are you shipping it? You have to consider so many things: terms and conditions, packaging costs, packaging standards, what goods are you allowed to send to which country, what goods are you not allowed to send to these countries, to such countries. So these things are really, really important. Do some research and find out if you are eligible to actually ship to some countries or not, and why, and what you can do about it, so that you don't get into trouble when clients of a certain country buy goods and you can actually not send them to them. So yes, it's very important to consider shaping and packaging. How are you packaging the product? If it is a handbag, for example, that I sell, if it is a leather handbag, how do I package it? Am I going to just throw it into a plastic bag and send it to a client? What kind of impression does that give for my business to the client, in case as soon as they receive the product, if it is in a plastic bag, what do they feel? How do they feel? Or am I going to find some branded packaging that is actually going to make the product a bit more appealing, more attractive, and most importantly, reach the client safely? It is really sad that sometimes a client has to receive products that are already spoiled or already broken. Step number 4 is customer relationship management and retention. You have to think about this when starting a business online. How are you going to relate with your customers? How are you going to know how they felt about the products? How are you going to know if the product has fulfilled their need or has satisfied them, or they have been disappointed? All these things have to be considered. And how do we know all this? By asking for feedback, by creating room for reviews on the website. You can always send a follow-up email after you have sold a good to a client to actually give you a review. It could be 5 stars, 2 stars, depending on how satisfied the client is. These are the 4 main steps to actually get you started online. Whether you're a new entrepreneur or you have had your business and you just want to take it online for the first time, I hope you found this video really helpful. Please give it a like, share it with your friends, leave me a comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.